boys and girls. So, today we're going to wrap up our figurative language unit that we've been doing in reading and writing the past 2 weeks. So, just to review, we've learned about some different types of figurative language. We've learned about similes, which are comparing two different things using like or as. So, you were brave like a lion. Your explanation was clear as mud. Watching that movie was like watching grass grow. Okay? We talked about metaphors, which compare unlike things without using like or as. So the snow is a white blanket. My students are shining stars. Tom's eyes were ice as he stared at her. Okay? We also talked about personification. So these give human-like qualities to non-living things. So the wind howled in the night. Rita heard the last piece of pie calling her name. My alarm clock yells at me every morning when it's time to get up, right? So these things don't actually do what they're saying, right? The wind doesn't literally howl, or the pie doesn't literally call the name, but that's a personification. It's giving something a quality that a human would do. Another one you've probably seen a decent amount of are idioms. So, idioms are words or phrases which mean something different from its literal meaning. So, those are phrases like add fuel to the fire. Like if I'm in an argument with you and you're just keep going, you're just keeping arguing, and I say, you're just adding fuel to the fire, right? You're not actually putting fuel on a fire, but you keep arguing with me so you won't stop, right? You're making it worse. If I say, oh, I'm in the same boat as you, that means I'm going through that same thing, right? But we're not literally in a boat together, unfortunately. I wish. Or if something is out of the blue, or if something slips your mind, okay? These are phrases that don't actually literally mean what they say. They're just kind of an expression that people use. I'm going to read this cute little book really quick because what I'm going to ask you to do today for one of your assignments is to find two examples of figurative language in your own independent reading book. So, for example, I've been reading this book, Three Little Words, and you'll see in the assignment that I found an example that was talking about the lady ran the house with an iron fist. Okay, she does not literally have an iron fist, but she's so strict when she runs her house that it seems like that. Okay, so if you want to listen to a cute little book, you can stick on for like 2 more minutes. But if you feel comfortable, you know figurative language, and you can find two solid examples in your book, and then you're going to be taking Mrs. Swiss form that I've attached to your slide deck. You can go ahead and do that, or you can listen to My Dog is as Smelly as a Dirty Sock. So it just kind of gives you some cute ideas for, oopsie, yeah, never mind, for some figurative language. So this book is cool because it was written back in 2006, and it was written in Israel, and there were children who were in the medical center sick with cancer, and they made these cool like little figures of people in their family or their pets or something. And the author made some of these figures into characters in this book. So this book is like a compilation of some things that these kids who were struggling with cancer, they made some of these things for fun. My teacher asked me to draw a picture of my family, and this is what I drew. I showed it to her, and she said, "How great is that?" But I didn't like it. Look at my dad. There's so many things about him that you don't see in this picture. Like, my dad is as jumpy as a spring and as playful as a spinning top. He's as fun as a party favor, but sometimes he's as stubborn as a knot in a rope. So I made a better picture. See? That's him. Isn't he nutty? Because they used nuts and bolts for his eyes and stuff. And what about this drawing of my mom? Sorry, but it doesn't tell the whole story. My mom is as soft as the softest fluff. She's as bright as the brightest light. She's as tasty as the crunchiest cookie. No, tastier. She's delicious as a croissant. That's my yummy mommy. Mommy, I'm going to eat you all up. thought that page was a little bit weird, but I'll just ignore it. And now you're probably wondering what my big brother is really like. Well, my brother's as amusing as a game of marbles and as strong as a baseball bat. But when we play hide and seek, he's as sneaky as a snake. Oh, and one more thing. He eats like a, I'll give you a clue. Oink, oink. Pig. That's my brother right there. And what about my baby brother? He's not this quiet. My baby brother is as sweet as candy. This is true. But he never stops crying. He's as loud as a whistle, or maybe a horn, or even an alarm clock. No, louder. He's as loud as a fire truck. See, doesn't that help us to picture how loud his baby brother is? Isn't he cute? Now, shh. And then there's Schmutz. I'll be honest with you. Schmutz stinks. Schmutz is as stinky as an onion. He's as nasty as canned fish. He's as icky as pepperoni and as smelly as dirty socks. Turn the page at your own risk. Yucky. I warned you. But what about me? Well, there's so much I want to tell you about me. This applies to me too. I am a princess, as majestic as a crown, as sugary as a jelly bean. I'm as sharp as a pencil and as sparkly as a star. Wait, I have more. I'm as colorful as a flower, as lovely as perfume. I'm as strong as a stone. I'm as good as an angel. Hey, I'm not done yet. I'm as funny as a tickly feather and as curious as a magnifying glass. I'm faster than a calculator and all around as special as beach glass. But more important than all of that, my heart is big. And with it, I love my very special family. Now tell me about your special family. What do they look like? So it kind of goes into just some things like if you're saying someone is smart, you could say they're as smart as a ruler, as smart as an owl. If something is funny, it could be as funny as a clown nose, as funny as a toy monkey. Okay, it just gives you a few other little examples. And the last page are more creations from those kids. Pretty cool. All right, so go read your own book, please, and find some examples of figurative language to put in my doc, and then you'll be completing Mrs. Swift's form that I've attached to my assignment, okay? And if you don't have a book that you're reading right now, you should look on Epic, boys and girls. I've been finding some great things on there. They have some really good options and things that apply to your different interests that you have, okay? All right, have a great day, guys.